aggro mirrors. So Mason and Huckbeby, you're in game number 3 here. We'll zoom in and take a look at the board state. Now here's an Ajani coming down. You can see on Mason's side, there's a Boon Satyr. There's also an experiment one as well.
And it looks like Tim has stalled on lands pretty considerably in this game. And Montana with a pretty substantial edge on the board.
Yeah, just trying to figure out how she wants to use the Ajani. It's going to be double strike on the Boon Satyr. It'll be attacked for 8 total damage. Looks like Huckbeby's going to go down to 4, though he will untap those 2 copies of Fleece Mainline. Get a good look at the draw. I'm even convinced Tim knows what it is. It's a Temple Guard. All right.
And being on the back foot is not where you want to be in this matchup because green-white aggro has so many ways of punking you out.
Yep.
You know, Boon Satyrs, Advent tokens, Ajani. There's a lot of, it's not literally haste in the deck, but a lot of ways to kind of kill you out of nowhere.
There's a very aggressive use with the Ajani too from Mason. So if I'm Tim Huckbeby, I'm not feeling great.
No.
See, Tim did go down to 3 from the Temple Garden coming to play untapped, so he's trying to figure out a way out of this thing.
He must have some plan in mind. I mean, he put the Temple play into play untapped pretty quickly, so.
Dude, there's just a Lesney Charm over there. Not sure what kind of role that card plays this game. Banishing Light, I think, in the grip as well. It's interesting. Looks like Fleece Main's going to come to the red zone. Wow. Going to go after Ajani. Will this work out?
Tim has tipped his hand a little bit here by playing the Temple Garden in play untapped before doing any other action.
A touch.
I don't know how much it matters at the end of the day, but given that Montana is down to just the Boon Satyr and the experiment one, I would be surprised to see her chump block here.
Yeah,
and
me too.
Is going to let it go, which I think is correct.
Here's 3 mana. That's a Banishing Light to get the Boon Satyr off the table. All right. A quick untap and a draw, geez.
Yeah, and it looks like Montana down to just a land in hand plus these experiment ones.
Now, one thing we know about green-white is it can close the game out very, very quickly, and if you're Tim Huckbeby, you got to do that.
You don't want this game to be hanging around for a while. You're absolutely right.
The other thing here for Tim is he draws a copy of Cetessan Tactics. Is, you know, I don't think that this is a situation where you can really play around anything. You know, Mason has mana available to cast an Advent of the Worm. The chance of you beating Advent of the Worm seems so slim to me that I wouldn't even try to play around it.
Also, very unlikely that Advent's there because, you know, you can be pretty confident that Montana drew experiment 1 because you could have just cast it last turn.
Yep.
And most likely it would have been worth deploying Advent over whatever she did on the previous turn. So
there's an attack for 3, just pass the turn back. Voice of Resurgence is the draw. That's going to come down. That may evolve these experiment ones. We'll see.
Yeah, Tim looks like he wants to respond right now.
He wants to respond to the voice, so free token isn't given. There's the Cetessan Tactics. So that resolves, but Tim doesn't have to fight right away.
Yeah,
that's
he
the key.
Leave the Fleece Main on defense.
But he will fight at now, I think. Yes, because there are evolve triggers on the stack. And so Mason will take a look at Cetessan Tactics, knows exactly how it works, and now here are the evolve triggers. So experiment 1s are now experiment 2s. And now Huckbeby can fight with that Fleece Main line whenever he would like, and whatever he would like. Here's an attack.
I do not believe that this will work out that well for Montana.
I don't love it.
Tim's hand's forced here. I mean, he just has to kind of block and fight and hope for the best.
Yeah.
And if Montana has no follow-up, then this is going to be your board.
So that's going to bite the dust. Now damage is going to be dealt. That's going to bite the dust as well.
Jacob Wilson to the main stage.
it does, get it does get a creature off of Tim's board, but I don't love the exchange.
Well, the exchange might be valuable here because I think Montana is in a spot where she's just drawing to a Johnny at this point anyway. So your 2 experiment ones are probably worth less than the 1 Fleece Mane, although I guess they're still pretty valuable for the purposes of blocking. So
yeah.
Maybe not.
Banishing Light's showing up now. So now there's no creature out there. Again, if you're Huckabee, you have to keep attacking. Can't play around anything.
Yeah, and now Tim, I believe, has an Ajani in his hand.
Yep.
So now with Montana on 6, this Ajani giving flying and double strike is going to be very hard for Montana to answer.
Temple Garden, pass the turn back. Huckabee does draw a card. There's a Forest. There's a Johnny. He's going right for it. Double strike here, attack, and that is going to do it. Tim Huckabee is going to win this match over Montana Mason in the green-white aggro mirror. And for Tim, he moves on now to 7-1. He wins his next match, probably able to draw it for Tuppy.